Before we start, let me say this clearly. This is not a beginner video. This is for learners who already understand English, but want to sound more natural, more confident, and more advanced. You won't hear grammar rules. You won't hear translations. You will hear real English, the kind of English people actually use. So relax, listen carefully, and don't try to memorize everything. Understanding comes first. Let's begin. Section 1. Advanced vocabulary in real life. Let's start with a word many learners misunderstand. Overwhelmed. People often think it only means very busy, but it's deeper than that. When you say I'm overwhelmed, you mean that emotions, tasks, or responsibilities are coming at you faster than you can handle them. For example, I was overwhelmed by how quickly everything changed. Notice how this word carries emotion, pressure, and intensity. Using overwhelmed instead of very busy instantly sounds more advanced. Another powerful word is inevitable. It means something is going to happen no matter what. Change is inevitable. Failure is inevitable if you never try. This word often appears in serious conversations, articles, and professional settings. Section 2. Phrasal verbs advanced and natural now. Let's move on to phrasal verbs. This is where English really becomes English. Let's take to brush something off. This means to ignore something, usually a problem or criticism. He brushed off the comment like it didn't matter. It sounds casual, confident, and natural, much better than saying he ignored it. Another one, to run into. I ran into an old friend yesterday. It means to meet someone unexpectedly. Native speakers use this constantly. Now, a more advanced one, to phase out. The company is phasing out old systems. This means to slowly stop using something. You'll hear this a lot in business and technology contexts. Section 3. Idioms that make you sound fluent. Idioms are where advanced learners either shine or panic. Let's take to be on the same page. It means to agree or understand something in the same way. Let's make sure we're on the same page before we continue. This idiom is extremely common in meetings. Another strong idiom is to bite the bullet. It means to do something difficult or unpleasant because you have no choice. I didn't want to have the conversation, but I had to bite the bullet. Notice how expressive this sounds compared to I had to do it. Section 4, sounding more natural, advanced style, advanced English, is not about longer sentences. It's about better choices. Instead of saying, I think this is a good idea, you can say, I'm inclined to think this is a good idea. Instead of, I don't like it. Try. I'm not particularly fond of it. Small changes, big difference. Section 5. Listening challenge engagement. Now, here's a challenge for you. While listening, ask yourself this question. Which word, phrasal, verb, or idiom felt new or powerful to you? Don't pause the video, just listen. At the end, write one expression in the comments and try to use it in a sentence. That's how advanced learners grow. Let's continue by focusing on something many advanced learners struggle with without realizing it. Nuance. Remember, advanced English ISNT about using big words, it S about using the right words at the right moment. The more you listen, the more natural your English becomes. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next listening session. In advanced English, two words can be technically correct, but only one sounds natural. Understanding that difference is what separates fluent speakers from learners. Take these two sentences. I understand your point. I see where you're coming from. Both are correct, but the second one sounds more natural, more empathetic, and more advanced. Native speakers prefer expressions that carry attitude, not just meaning. Precision over simplicity. Advanced English is about saying exactly what you mean. For example, the word frustrated. It doesn't just mean angry. It means you are blocked, stuck, or prevented from moving forward. I wasn't angry, I was frustrated by the lack of progress. Now compare that to annoyed. Annoyed is lighter, more temporary. Understanding these shades of meaning is crucial. Another excellent advanced word is reluctant. It means you don't really want to do something, but you might do it anyway. He was reluctant to admit his mistake. Notice how much psychology is inside one word. Advanced phrasal verbs in real context. Let's raise the level. To back out of something, this means to withdraw from a commitment. He backed out of the deal at the last minute. This phrasal verb is very common in real conversations, especially about plans and promises. Another one, to crack down on. This means to enforce rules more strictly. The government is cracking down on illegal practices. This is advanced, formal, and extremely useful for news and serious discussions. Now listen carefully to this one. To gloss over. This means to avoid talking about something important. He glossed over the details because they were uncomfortable. That's a very advanced expression. Short, powerful, and precise. Idioms used by confident speakers. Let's move to idioms that confident speakers use without thinking. To read between the lines, it means to understand the hidden meaning. You have to read between the lines to understand what he really meant. Another one is to be under pressure. Simple, but incredibly common. She's under pressure to deliver results. Now an idiom many learners love but rarely use correctly. To walk on thin ice. It means you're in a risky situation. If you keep pushing the issue, you're walking on thin ice. But used correctly, this sounds extremely fluent. Sounding assertive without being aggressive. Advanced English speakers know how to sound strong without sounding rude. Instead of, you're wrong, try. I'm not sure that's entirely accurate. Instead of, I disagree, try. I see it differently. These expressions are gold in professional and academic environments. Another advanced phrase. That being said, it allows you to change direction smoothly. I understand your concerns. That being said, we still need to move forward. Advanced listening awareness at this level. Listening is no longer about understanding every word. It's about noticing patterns. Listen for tone changes, pauses, emphasis softening phrases. Native speakers often hide strong opinions behind polite language. For example, that might be challenging. What they often mean is, this will be very difficult. Understanding this indirect style is a major step toward fluency. Mental shift for advanced learners. Here's something important. If English feels slightly uncomfortable right now, that's perfect. Comfort means no growth. Advanced English lives just outside your comfort zone. That's where real progress happens. You don't need to sound perfect, you need to sound intentional. Soft outro, not final, in the next part. We'll focus on advanced collocations, natural sentence stress, and expressions native speakers use when they hesitate, rethink, or correct themselves while speaking. So stay with me, keep listening, and let English sink in naturally. And that brings us to the end of today's listening practice. Remember, Advanced English ISNT about using big words. It's about using the right words at the right moment. The more you listen, the more natural your English becomes. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next listening session.